What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and this is going to be my review on episode 1 of the new AMC series, Fear the Walking Dead. Let's get this party started. Okay, so spoiler alert if you haven't seen the episode yet. I don't think there's any way you can watch it online like the Scream series, but they might re-air episode 1 again next Sunday when they air the next episode, before they air the next episode next Sunday. That's just a guess. I'm not sure if they will or not, but they really should. But as you all know, Fear the Walking Dead is a spin-off of the Walking Dead series, and it takes place in the same universe and reality as The Walking Dead, but it shows the beginning of the zombie outbreak, and it also takes place in a different area of the country. It takes place on the West Coast in Los Angeles. So, how it starts out is Nick wakes up in a abandoned chapel, which is now like a drug house or something, because Nick is a 19-year-old drug addict, but for him to be a 19-year-old drug addict, you would think that they'd have him looking more weather-beaten, because he seems a bit pristine to be a drug addict, but no, that's irrelevant. He wakes up in the chapel, and then he sees this girl he was doing drugs with. Her name was Gloria. He sees her eating one of the people in the drug chapel, and he gets really freaked out, and he runs out, and he gets hit by a car when he runs outside. He manages to escape, but he gets hit by a car. And also, we meet more of the cast. His mother, Madison Clark, that's her name. It's kind of like the Brady Bunch, these family members combining with each other. She moves her boyfriend, Travis, into the house when she has 2 teenage children. And I kind of think that's a bad idea if you're a single mom with 2 teenage children to move your boyfriend into the house. Just my opinion. And it focuses on how everyone is getting sick and how there's a lot of people out of school being sick. And a boy named Tobias brings a knife to school and for self-defense, because when he walks into the school, the alarm system, like the metal detectors, go off, and Madison just kind of sneaks him away into the back room and confiscates the knife from him. And she thought that he was bringing it in to fight against the bully, but he really wasn't. He brought it in because he knew that there was a lot of bad stuff going on, like the zombie outbreak was starting to unfold, and he brought it in to defend himself. And because I think he read it online or he saw it on the news, what was happening. And eventually, Madison finds out that her son's in the hospital, and her boyfriend go to the hospital, her boyfriend Travis. They ask him what happened, and he ran out in the streets and everything. He said that he was in the chapel. I don't think he admitted to doing drugs, even though he was, but he said that everyone was dying and Gloria was eating people and everything. There was blood everywhere. And no one believes him at first, obviously. They think it's all just because of the drugs and everything. Even Nick doesn't believe himself. He thinks the drugs were laced with something. And eventually, what happens is Travis goes to the chapel. He finds blood everywhere. He even finds one guy who's still alive and really freaked out, running out of the church, and who's like traumatized from what he saw. But he later goes back to the chapel with Madison. They find blood everywhere, but they don't find any zombies at all. And I want to find out, how did those zombies get out of the chapel? There were 3 people in that chapel who were killed by Gloria, who were bitten and ripped apart and killed by Gloria. But they would have got up and reanimated, but they weren't in the chapel at all. So I'm assuming they escaped, because their bodies weren't found in the chapel either. So I'm assuming they reanimated and turned into zombies and escaped. But I want to know how they got out of there, because it seemed locked up pretty good, because it had a fence around it and everything. And to be honest with you, this episode was moving way too slow. It didn't really have enough action. I mean, it had like minimal action, but not as much action as I was expecting. I wanted to see like all hell break loose in episode 1, or all hell start to break loose. It did kind of start to break loose in episode 1, but it didn't really break loose enough. I mean, we didn't even see enough zombies either. We saw the scene with Gloria eating the people in the chapel. We saw the leaked footage from the highway incident when the guy died and reanimated. And we also saw the zombie of Calvin. And I thought that part was really cool. I liked seeing the zombie Calvin. I thought he was really creepy, even though he wasn't gross and decomposed like the other zombies were. Because the zombies in this series, they look more human-like because they haven't had time to decompose yet, like the zombies on The Walking Dead. But it's really creepy, though. I think it's really cool. But it wasn't moving fast enough, and there weren't enough zombies. And I really hope in the next episode they pick up the pace and show more kill scenes and everything. Because from this episode, I wanted to see action. I wanted to see zombies, people start dying and people start turning. People start ripping the high schoolers apart and eating their guts and everything. That's what I really wanted to see in this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. But I'm pretty sure we might end up seeing that in the next episode. And I was watching it with my adoptive parents, and my adoptive dad even said, this is like watching a Lifetime zombie movie. And it really was, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm 110% sure that the next episode's going to be much better, much more action-packed. Hopefully they aren't slow-paced like this throughout the whole first season. Otherwise they're going to lose their audience's attention really fast. I mean, because I saw more zombies in the commercials than on Fear the Walking Dead itself while I was watching it. So I was a little disappointed, but I'm 100% sure it'll get better. I'm going to give them another chance. I'm going to keep watching the show, keep doing videos about it. But for all you guys who are upset that you missed Fear the Walking Dead on Sunday, don't worry, you didn't really miss much. And it'll probably be on again next week on Sunday when episode 2 might air. When episode 2 airs, that's just a guess. It might be, but it probably won't be. But it might be on. So, yeah. But you didn't really miss that much. And in episode 2, I want to see more action, and I want to see more gore, more kill scenes, more terror, more suspense, more of that, because that's really what I was expecting from this episode, but I wasn't really getting that much of it. I got a little tad, well, moderate amount, but not enough. And I also want to know how the zombies got out of that church. Who took the zombies out of that church, or how did they escape from the church, and where did those zombies go when they escaped from the church? Because you would have thought that someone would have spotted them. But we probably won't ever find that out, but it'd be interesting if we did. So yeah, that's my review on episode 1 of AMC Fear the Walking Dead. Overall, I think it's a good series, and I'm still going to watch it, but this episode wasn't really enticing enough, didn't have enough zombies enough. It was good, because it just was too much character development. That's what it was, too much character development, not enough action. And it's important to have an equal balance of both, but you have to have a balance of both. Too much action... Well, too much action. I don't think you can ever have too much action, but you definitely can have too much character development, like this episode. But still, it's still worth the watch. I think everyone should still keep watching Fear the Walking Dead. I think it's going to get a lot better and much more interesting, and I'll be interested in finding out what happens to the survivors, because I like seeing all these new people. Not one person from the real Walking Dead series. It's all new actors, new people. And a new location, too. A completely different new location, different from The Walking Dead, all urban, the whole entire time. And I think that's interesting. So make sure to check it out, and also if you saw Fear the Walking Dead, make sure to comment on this video and tell me what you think. What stood out to you about Fear the Walking Dead? Did you like Fear the Walking Dead? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Just please be respectful. So, yeah, that's it. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to my main channel, too. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. and comment and share your thoughts, because that's the whole point of my videos, to start a conversation with you guys. Otherwise, I'm just here talking for nothing. So yeah, that's it. Peace out, people.